Red flag mega thread. What are your I wish I took it seriously sooner red flags after dating nightmares? Subtle insults, having a temper, acting controlling irrational, poor communication skills. These are red flags, but they are not always obvious to realize, especially if we minimize them because we really like someone. How much time have you got? If they do not reciprocate, end it. People who are non-committal for an extended initial period. Turns out, once we became exclusive, she was still non-committal, just without my knowledge. Fun times. Weird and odd comments about what women should wear and carry themselves. Thought he could change, but he was smaller-minded, misogynistic, and a homophobe. Calling it a night because his mom doesn't want to go out. Not having a good relationship with his kids. One early red flag I missed was when I mentioned how much I loved the old Winnie the Pooh movies and he laughed and made fun of me for it. At the time I tried to excuse it as just teasing, but things escalated really quickly from there. If they don't support you and your little quirks and instead try to belittle you into what they want you to be, run. I'm just now starting to feel more confident in myself. When he told me he would know if I lied to him about what I ate based on the smell of my fart. I thought it was a strange thing to say, but blew it off. He not long after turned out to be super controlling. We didn't date long. Stealing, like gifting me things he had stolen because he didn't want to work. Looking back, it was an indicator of him not feeling like rules and agreements apply to him, and generally not being ashamed of the fact he didn't work, so much so that he don't mind admitting to me the gifts were stolen. I was embarrassed to tell my friends the whole truth, which is another huge one. Saying things like "when you get married" to me early on was a huge indicator that he never saw a future with me since the beginning. He stopped at some point though, and I thought it was a good sign. Nope. It's over now. Jealousy, bad temper, inconsistency. Pay attention to how a man treats his mother and how his mother treats his mama's. Boys are no joke and can spell major problems in the future. Pay attention to if he has kids with an ex who is hateful, not willing to cooperate, wants him back. Especially if he won't put his foot down. 1. Believe them when if they say that they don't know if they are good enough for you or can be good enough for you, or they are worried they can't give you what you want, etc. If you are positive thinking and trusting, you will tend to encourage them, thinking they want reassurance. But from my experience, this is a huge indicator into how they are feeling about how much effort they'll actually put in. 2. Stop dating anyone at the first sign of them not fully processing a previous serious relationship or them being honest about it. It's not your job to convince or help them learn how to prioritize you. 3. Don't spend months and months of talking and reasoning with them to communicate or act better if they are crossing boundaries. People who really care about you want to hurt you because it will hurt them. People avoid doing things that hurt themselves.